Yes.
Oh, we're streaming live. Hello.
We're here.
It's weird because we don't know who can see us.
We're here. All right. It's so weird. Hi. It's like going from one person to the other person. Is that weird?
We only see you, Stephanie.
Y'all do?
Yeah, you have to click on us for us
I
to
think
be
I
there.
just made it to, let me see. Now they can all see us.
We should explain we are testing new technology.
All right. So, hi, everybody. My name is Stephanie Richardson, and y'all need to give me a gold star for the day because I just figured out something that is technological, and I'm very, very proud of myself. So, yay! Let's give myself a big round of applause because that is, those people know that it's amazing. But here's the deal. If I can do this business, anyone can do this business. Let's just be real here. So we are so excited to have you tonight. We are just thrilled. We're so excited about the content that we have for you tonight and what we're going to be sharing. And I am so, probably going to tear up, but I'm so honored to have this call with these ladies because they inspire me every single day. They said yes to join us, and I cannot believe that the type of people that these women are, that I get to be surrounded by them every single day. And as you hear from them, you will realize like, whoa, this is a pretty inspiring group of ladies, and they let me tag along. So we're very glad to have them on our team. And so each one of them has amazing, unique gifts, and it's what makes Team Beachbody. We work together. And so it's definitely a team, you know, it's definitely a team effort. So anyway, well, I just want to, let me introduce everybody first. You can just wave. First, I'm going to introduce Ashlyn Mitchell. Ashlyn is a 2-star diamond. She lives in Salt Lake City. Do you live in Salt Lake? Or
it's
Orem?
just, yes, Orem.
Orem, Utah. And she is the mama to 2 little girls and the wife to Kobe, are pretty much our team's mascot. And we love him and we love her. Ashlyn is amazing. She is on our call tonight because she loves us, and she recently had surgery 3 weeks ago on her back, and she's not letting that slow her down. She's here tonight, and we're so grateful to have her. Below her is Miss Joy Bowen. Joy is a 6-star elite coach. Elite means that you are basically in the top tier of, I think, the top 200 coaches in Beachbody for your team growth for the previous year. So her team was in the top 200 of growth for, you know, the most growing team of Beachbody. And so we are so excited to have her. She lives in Flower Mountain, Texas with her 2 boys who are the same age as my boys, 17 and 15. And they are a senior, gonna be a senior. Well, yours haven't started yet, but senior and sophomore in high school. And then above Joy is Miss Lauren Duke. Lauren and I are sorority sisters. And Tri Delta. My niece is going through Rush, so I'm like so obnoxious about it right now. And so anyway, I've known Lauren forever. Lauren lives in Niceville, Florida, which is not nice to the rest of us who do not live in Florida. And she is a military wife and mom of 2 kids, Taylor and Jackson. And Taylor is a junior, and Jackson's in 8th grade. 8th grade, yeah. See, I'm doing good. Okay. And she is a 4-time elite coach, and also superstar diamond coach, which is the highest ranked in Beachbody, top 7 in 2013, and top 10, yeah. in number 7, top 10 in 2013. And yeah, so it's Lauren Duke. Yay! Okay, and last but not least is Miss Amber Bailey. Amber is the mama of 2 cutie patooties, Luke and Braden. Luke is in 1st grade, Braden's in 4th grade. She is the wife to Jim, sometimes the mom, but the wife to Jim. Sometimes the wife to Jim. They live in Argyle, Texas, about a mile from me. And she is also a 4-time elite coach. Million Club, Lauren's also a Million Club as well, and 8-star diamond coach. Yes. Okay. Whew. Okay. I did that all from memory. I don't even have notes. Like, I am so best. And my name is Stephanie Richardson. I am a 10-star diamond coach. I've been an elite coach for 7 years and in the Million Club. And I am just so very glad that you guys are here. You've heard our stories. Hopefully you've gone back and listened to our stories and know a little bit about us. But tonight we're going to talk about what we do as coaches, how much time this is going to take. We're going to talk about using social media to attract and not sell. And then how, of course, while we're here, how to make money as a coach. And then why you should choose this team. And then after we share those, each one of us is going to share. After we do that, we're going to do a live Q&A. In the button, you can go and ask questions, and we will go back through those and answer those questions, and then we will close up. So our hope is that we will be out of here in a little bit less than an hour because we want to honor your time. We know a lot of you are starting back to school, so it means like filling out a lot of papers and that sort of thing. So we want to get started. Want to make sure y'all cannot hear the banging above me, right? Okay, good. Because they're fixing my roof still at 8 o'clock at night. Okay, so fun times at the Richardson house. So what we're going to do is, Joy, if you want to get started and
Sure.
go for it.
Sure. Everybody, I'm going to talk about what coaches do. And more importantly, I'm going to kick things off with what we don't do. And so there's a little bit of an assumption that in order to be a coach, that you have to be a fitness expert or, a trainer of some sort. And you should know that coaches are not nutrition or fitness experts. We are simply normal people who are on the journey. Actually, on our team, we have a very broad spectrum, everything from fitness enthusiast to fitness expert, but everyone is welcome. Everyone has a place because at the heart of what we do is we love and empower others to take a next step. So you don't have to be arrived in your fitness journey in order to encourage someone else. You just have to have a heart that truly loves people. And you also don't have to be an expert. Beachbody has, like super trainers, like the very best in the world. They have nutrition experts, the very best in the world, and they do all the heavy lifting for us so that all we have to do is show up and encourage someone. I think that's pretty cool. The other thing is, we are not salespeople. So, in fact, Beachbody existed. I love this part of our story. Beachbody was very successful before the coaching opportunity ever even launched. They were selling millions of dollars in product from infomercials that featured real life people who had real transformations from these programs because they work. And so it's like, why do they need a coaching network? Well, they realized that the missing link was a person, someone like you, who would literally call the person who purchased the program and say, hey, congratulations on taking your first step or your next step in your journey. When are we going to start? Let's do this together. And that is what the coaching network was created for, to fill in the gap, because Beachbody, and I love this about our organization, like they never wanted to just be, a company that would sell a product and it sit on the shelf. They wanted to actually solve a problem in the world. They wanted to end the trend of obesity. And so they were not satisfied just by driving sales. They were only satisfied if people used the product and had a life transformation, if they were helping solve this really big problem. So that's what we don't do. So what do we do? At the heart of what we do, Beachbody coaches host accountability groups. They're either run through a private Facebook group or through an app. We have a free app where we can run challenge groups through for those who don't necessarily enjoy, the Facebook thing. So you do have lots of flexibility as far as how you run them. And the greatest part is we have challenge group guides that like literally tell you what to post every single day so that you can just show up and encourage the people who are on the journey with you. Some of these groups are free and some of these groups require tools, but what's constant is that they all just like we show up every single day and we inspire and encourage people to continue to stay on the journey long term. We really help them end the diet mentality and start embracing a healthy lifestyle. No gimmicks, just good, solid nutrition, simple exercise, and accountability. That community of people, which is usually the missing link for a lot of people who are trying to make changes in their life, because life change happens when it's rooted in relationship, right? Like people don't necessarily make sweeping changes in their life if they aren't connected with other people who are moving in that same direction. It's just so easy to give up on yourself. So at the heart of what we do, we really organize these virtual boot camps, these accountability groups that just help people stick with it. And we all fight for it together. So I'm supposed to keep it to like 5 minutes. Did I hit it? I'm known to ramble, people. So like I felt a little stressed.
I am so impressed with how you did. Good. Are you sweating yet? Are you sweating? Because
I am. I was like, I don't have a timer. I don't know what my time is.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
All right.
So awesome. That's what we do. Yeah, that's so great. And I love all those great points you brought up. And so that's amazing. Now I'm going to have Miss Ashlyn share about how much time does this business take? And we were kind of laughing earlier about this business because Ashlyn has to lay flat most of the day. And so she's been doing this business from laying flat. And so when she and I have conference calls, she's laying flat. And then after a while, I start talking to her like this. Talking on this conference call like this, and I start going like this. But I mean, if you can do this business after having, back surgery for 3 weeks, anyone can do this business. So I wanted to let you share your part.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And it's absolutely true. I thought maybe I should have planned ahead for having the surgery and like had things set up, but I just kept going and being consistent and the business is still there. So, that is what I'm going to start off with is consistency is the key. And so we give you all these tools and trainings. And so if you can go and take the time to do and to learn, then it's not going to be this huge time taker from you. Most of us are going to start out small. I think all of us here started out small, and it's like an hour a day or a half hour a day, whatever you have for your life that you can dedicate and say, this is my Beachbody time. My husband taught me from the beginning, you are not Walmart. You're not open 24/7. And so I'm pretty boundaried, and I encourage my coaches to be really boundaried and to treat it like a job. And so you can really say, I only have these work hours. And if you stick to them, it becomes this really great gift in your life rather than something that's taking over your life. We want Beachbody to be a part of your life and not rule your life. And so it can really be whatever you put into it. And so for me, I really enjoy the posting. I really enjoy sharing. I'm an introvert, and I love that Beachbody, part of our like power hour, the things that they tell you to go and do to help grow your business is to connect with people, to meet new people. And so for me, I literally learned how to have a conversation with people, how to ask people about themselves, because I didn't know how before. And so if anything, you can learn how to be a nice human when you're a coach. And so there you go. time wise, it's you're going to start with that half hour, maybe a half hour in the morning, half hour at night. If you're working full time, part time, or you're a busy mom, we're all busy in some way. And so it's really just I literally set a timer on my phone, and I will get things done. It's turning off the chat on your Facebook feed, and it's really just being more dedicated in setting that time aside. And with consistent effort and learning the tools, how to do it right, listening to what these ladies are going to say, then it's really not going to be this overpowering, oh my gosh, what did I sign up for? Unless you let it be. That's it.
Awesome. So I love that. And I love that, your take is that, you can do this business no matter what, with whatever time you have. It doesn't control you. You control it. You're your own boss. Love that. It's so amazing. And what a blessing that is for all of us. So earlier I realized that joy was pinned when I was sharing, like I go like this, and no one got my joke except for us. But anyway, next we're going to talk about using social media to attract versus sell. And I love that Amber talking about this, because Amber, I don't even know how many friends you had on social media before you started. To get started, you signed up your husband and your mom. So that's really how you got started. So I'm loving that this is your topic and you get to share with these people about how to use social media with your business.
Yes. So I'll just start by saying that social media has been the biggest gift because, like Ashlyn, I am an introvert. And so it's really awesome to be able to build a business and create a community and create a tribe that you love being part of from the comfort of your home. It literally goes wherever you go. And something similar to what these girls have already said, but I think this goes along with social media, because really this business should be an extension of who you are. It should not it doesn't put you in a box. It doesn't make you cookie cutter. You get to explore who you are on a deeper level. As you start off as a coach, you go on a journey. And it is a wonderful journey of self-discovery. I know that sounds kind of like a fancy term, but honestly, when I started, I was a very squashed version of myself. Didn't know really who I was or exactly what I was created to do. But as I stepped into this coach role, all of that began to unravel. And so as that began to unravel, I began sharing that on social media. Now, please note, I wasn't sharing my link to my site. I wasn't sharing, oh, look at me and my product. That's not what we do. And that's why I love getting to talk about this, is because we don't fill the feed with that. Truly, it's not a shopping mall, right? Social media is meant to be social. And so we're there as coaches to be a light. I think a lot of times social media gets a bad rap, but you have the opportunity as a coach to use that to your advantage, really, to be different in a feed full of negativity and things that, make people want to shut it all off. And so in the feed, what you do on social media really is sharing your story of self-discovery, of remembering who you are and who you're created to be. And so all of that being said, I had no clue how to do any of that when I started. I had, like Stephanie said, maybe a couple hundred friends, and that was it. Had no clue. I was a teacher, we weren't even allowed to have our phone on our desk. It was not even really on my radar. But the funny thing I was thinking about this is that I noticed Stephanie and what she was doing because of Facebook and not because she was posting, oh, look at me, here's my link, buy from me. None of that. It was her and these amazing women that she was a part of. And I was like, whatever she has, I want that. And so that's what we do on social media, is we we should totally hang out. But we create curiosity about the things that are important to us and the things that drive us and the things that like our stories, the way that it unravels, our testimony, our journey, whether it's about your fitness or about what's going on inside you, whatever the case may be, that's what you share. And that's how you create value in the feed. And that's how you attract people who are like you, who you want to not only do business with and be part of your tribe and your team, but you love, genuinely love hanging out with them. Just like I love hanging out with all of these, like when they said, we're doing this group, I was like, I'm doing it, me, don't forget me. And so, anyways, I hope that helps you kind of understand how we utilize social media. I looked up before this call, there are 2 billion people on Facebook worldwide as of June 2017. So with that being said, if you're wondering like, well, I don't want to bug my family. I don't want to bug my friends. I don't want to like nauseate people, the way that I know it happens sometimes, right? You get added without permission to groups and you're like, what is this? We don't do that. We ask people, before we add them to anything. And there's always something that prefaced that. There's a relationship there. So anyways, I was saying that there's 2 billion people on Facebook worldwide. So that goes to show you that there's no shortage of people for you to help and for you to find that are truly like you and who want to do what you're doing and who want to be part of what you have and what you have to offer. Our team has great training when it comes to that. So whether you pick Facebook as your initial platform or Instagram as your initial platform, I think we always recommend picking one and becoming a master at that and building that skill. Remember, I did not have that skill. I was clueless. So it's something that I had to learn over time, and it's something that you can learn over time. That's the great thing about this business. There's nothing about it that you can't learn. There were parts of it that I wasn't good at. There was lots of parts of it I wasn't good at. Like Ashlyn, I had to learn how to talk to people. The fact that I'm talking to you right now, that's amazing. And so all of that being said, we have training, great training for any aspect of what you want to do. And then there's always Google. There's videos upon videos upon videos where you can learn how to rock any platform that you want. But again, within this team, we have experts on all the various platforms. I know Ashlyn rocks Instagram. I know Lauren and Joy and Stephanie do a lot on Facebook. And so there's going to be somebody here to help you and train you and help you do what you want to do and share your story, because remember, your story is your gift. And gifts are meant to be shared. And that is what we do on social media. And that is how you build on social media. So hopefully that helps.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. I love that. I love that you were stalking me on social media. And I love that we all became friends because of social media and cool tools like this Zoom call and stuff like that. So thank you. And I love that we don't have to do home parties. Hallelujah. And that is, no, thank you. So anyway, the next part is probably some of our least favorite parts to talk about, that Lauren got the short stick. It's the money part. And the reason it's probably our least favorite is because we all probably have some baggage about the icky salesperson, But here, the reason that we talked about all the other part is because that's who we are, the relationships, the caring about people, the loving people. And from that comes this part. And this part is important. Let's just say it. This part is important. It's nice to pay our bills. It's nice to get to travel. It's nice to get to do things, right? So it's just a cool overflow from what we do by loving others. So I will start this part by doing the disclaimer, so you don't have to. Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income from the Team Beachbody coach opportunity. Each coach's income depends on his or her own efforts, diligence, and skill. See our statement of independent coach earnings located in the Coach Online office for the most recent information on our coaches' actual actual incomes. That might, if I was really good at that, it goes back to my Disney World days when I worked at Disney. So you're welcome. But I'm going to let you go ahead and start this out.
All right. So as Stephanie said, and Ashlyn and Joy and Amber, we create relationships. And I want you guys to really hone in on that. I want you guys to remember that we are sharing our stories. We are sharing our experiences. We are sharing our life-changing moments with these products and these programs. And that is the heart of this business. The overflow, like they said, is an income. So I want to talk to you about the couple of ways that you can earn an income, because I know that is one of those like blinking questions you all have. So when someone comes to you and they're like, oh my gosh, your story is amazing. How do you look like that? How do you have those results? That's where the conversation starts. That's where the relationship goes to the next level. And you say, you get to share more and more. Well, Beachbody gives you your own website. And so part of that, creating that relationship with them, is saying, I would love to be your coach. I would love to share with you my own experience, and I would love to help you and walk this road with you. And I cannot wait to celebrate your successes. So people are able to order directly through you, through your website. And every coach makes a 25% commission off of all products and programs that are purchased through your site. So that might not sound like, woo, exciting a lot, but guess what? That really starts to compound as you are hosting those challenge groups, as you are being present on social media, as you are having those conversations and building those relationships with people. So that's the first way. The second way is what we're doing right now. You're sharing. You've been invited to this because someone saw something in you. You maybe asked some questions. You said, I want to know more about what this thing is that you're doing, because you look so happy. Your skin is glowing. Your hair is growing so fast that your hairstylist is like, we can't see you in 8 weeks. We have to see you in 5, because it's literally growing so fast that your roots are showing, sister. That's my situation right there. So, those are the things that, people start to see in you. And you've been invited here because you're seeing that in someone else and you want to know more about this opportunity. We build a team. We're all part of one large team, Team Beachbody. And we've taken this opportunity to the next level. When people are asked, what was it that attracted you to Beachbody? A lot of people will say the products, the programs. Most really successful people in this business will say it was the opportunity to get out there and share and help people live healthy, fulfilling lives, to help them have that transformation, to walk with them, to celebrate them, and to also build a business that gives me freedom. So now's the part where I get to share how I started. When I started, I was teaching one fitness class at the YMCA, $20 before taxes. So I jumped in with both feet. I listened to my coach, who happens to be Stephanie, and she told me the exact steps to jump in and start, and take off. And I listened and I started sharing because I was so excited. I believed in it. I wanted to be a part of this tribe. I knew what the products were because I'd seen them. I'd used them. I'd seen people have transformations. I was excited. So I started reaching out to people and having conversations, real conversations through social media, because we're military and we move around a lot. But it was one-on-one. It was reaching out purposefully. It was saying, hey, we've been talking about this for a while. I want to let you know what I'm doing because you keep asking. So let me share with you, walk you through it. And let me tell you, my husband might have been a little skeptical at first, but in the 5th week, I had earned $800 cumulatively from week 1 to week 5. You guys, to earn $500 in 1 week, I would have had to teach 25 fitness classes before taxes. I did the math because I'm not good at math. I just did it on my phone. And let me just say that would have wiped me out. I would have been away from my family. I would have been a complete horrific mess. And I didn't have to leave my home. I was able to be present. And for those of you who maybe have swing shifts or a very, very busy spouse or a military spouse where life is not stable as far as like a 9 to 5 or when they're going to be home, golly, that was important to us. And so being able to contribute to my family's debt, the high cost of living, to be able to provide opportunities for my kids, doing something I love, building relationships with people, and doing all the things that these ladies have talked about in the mom cracks. making sure that I was present with my family, but also building a business, using social media, and also sharing my story. My income has not only eclipsed my husband's, it is quadrupled. And that makes me sweaty. I get really sweaty talking about money, and it makes me uncomfortable, but it's real. It's provided so many opportunities for us. And you guys, before that, we didn't even take family vacations. Family vacation for us was loading up the truck and driving to grandma and grandpa's house 5 states away. That's not a vacation. That can also be a nightmare. So being able to be gifted vacations all over the world for doing what you love. And that is memories. That is freedom. That is building something that your family can participate in. It's not just you. You're building something that is actually helping generations. You're building a legacy. You're teaching a child what it is to be a strong parent. You're teaching a daughter to look up to her mom and say, man, my mom could do that. I could do that. So let me just say that when people talk about this as an income opportunity, they aren't yanking your chain. It's real. And each one of us can talk about how our lives, our families have been transformed because of this opportunity. But we've also all jumped in with both feet, and we've used the training that Beachbody provides. We've participated in calls like this. We've participated in training opportunities, and we have found ourselves, challenged ourselves, and become more than we ever thought we could. And I think I can speak for everybody in that. And so it's been really an amazing journey. And like Stephanie said, she's been a coach for 10 years. I've been a coach for 5. Amber almost 6, 5.5. And Joy and Ashlyn a little bit less. But we are all lifers. Like, this is something we love. We're not stopping anytime soon because this is something that we see us doing for a very long time. I can't imagine doing a 9 to 5. I can't imagine punching a clock. I can't imagine what it would take to build an income like we have on our own. I was just thinking, if you go do a regular job where you get paid minimum wage, it doesn't matter if you're the best of the best of the best, you're still going to get paid minimum wage because that's your job. Here, your efforts, the time you put in, and like she said, the income disclaimer, it begins to build and compound. And so I just want you guys to really get excited about this and really talk to the person who invited you and understand that we're not blowing smoke, because we are all living lives that I won't speak for everybody, I never thought possible because I wasn't a dreamer. And here I am living a dream that I couldn't have even thought of before Beachbody. So this is going to provide us a future when my husband retires in 3 years. And that right there gets me a little bit emotional, because before that, we were like, what job is next? Now I'm like, where do you want to go? What do you want to see? What do you want to do? Because we had kids super early, and we're going to now enjoy being young without kids. So anyway, I hope that answers some of your questions, but I know it's Q&A time coming up. So I literally am drenched in sweat talking about money.
Yeah, it makes us uncomfortable, and I don't know why. I mean, but it just is. I mean, it's real, and it is exciting, and I think we all just don't want to come across like, oh, look at us. But it's so, like, I think we're all still in shock that this actually happened for us and that we actually got this opportunity. That I think that's why I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe it. So anyway, so I am last in sharing, and I'm going to share about why you should choose this team. And pretty much all these ladies have pretty much answered that for me, because you've gotten to know them and their personalities and their struggles and their strengths over the last couple minutes that we've been sharing. When I was thinking about talking about this, when I started the Beachbody business, I wanted to have a group of women who had fun. Like, y'all know me, I'm fun fit mom. I wanted to do the business because of the parties and because of the fun, and I wanted to create a group that enjoyed each other and laughed. And my favorite pictures of our team are just us laughing, belly laughing, because every time we're together, that happens. And we laugh, we have fun, we are silly, but also we are strong women who are committed, and men who are committed to changing our lives and changing other people's lives. And our team, when I was trying to think about what sets our team apart from other teams, not only are we highly skilled at what we do, we really truly care about people. We are always trying to get better. We always are trying to get better. We are pushing each other to learn new things, to get out of our comfort zone, because we want that vision that we set out to have. We want that for each other. And so we don't allow each other to slack off or whatever. We want what's best for each other. And it's in a loving way where we teach each other. If we learn something, we share it. You know, if we are struggling with something, we share it. And someone else is like, hey, I had that problem. This is what I've learned. You know, when things are working, you know, where new social media things come out, we're like, hey, this is working for me, learn from me. And so we're constantly helping each other and building each other up. And, you know, life's too short to be around people who tear you down, right? I mean, it's just, and people that don't let you have fun. Like, life's just way too short for that, you know? And that's what our team is about. We're about, you know, building each other up, and, you know, really crushing our goals in the same sense. And so anyway, so that's what I am. And I am a sanguine for dang sure. So for those of you who don't know, sanguine is all about the fun. And somehow I've learned the skill of also being a leader. Again, that's the skill that I learned during this. And I've learned to be uncomfortable as well. So, but I think that's really shares more about what our team is about, is just loving, wanting the best, pushing each other past our comfort zone, and just succeeding. And yes, if anyone can do this business, if I can do this business, anyone can do this business, because all these girls are hot messes behind their house. They were struggling to get here. They were putting kids, I mean, they bribed their kids to shut up tonight. How many bribed their kids to shut up tonight? Yes. And they have, we're just real people. We're not social media gurus. We're not marketing executives. We're not fitness experts. We're not nutritionists. We're just normal people who have a passion for helping others. And we are going to figure it out how to make it happen. So that's who we are in a nutshell. So let's open up the Q&A. I know that a lot of us, girls, y'all can unmute your line.
Question.
Oh yeah.
That Joy posted from Laura de Puma, and
yes,
she asked how much it costs to start as a coach.
That's a great question.
It's a very good question. Would you like to take it?
Yes, I will take that. So actually, to be a coach, it only costs $40 to sign up to be a coach. However, the best way to sign up to be a coach is through a challenge pack. And a challenge pack includes your $40 sign up fee. It includes like a workout program or all access Beachbody on Demand, which I believe is the best route. I'm going to tell you the smartest, most economical route, right? All access Beachbody on Demand challenge pack. It includes a year of Beachbody on Demand, which is all of our workout programs, every single one, even the ones to come over the next year. It's 30 days of Shakeology. It's a shaker cup. It's the fixer and the portion containers, plus the $40 sign-up fee for $160. And if you're like, I already bought that, and I want to be a coach now. Well, ask the person that invited you here, and they'll show you how you can sign up to be a coach for free if you've already bought a challenge pack. So that is the best way to do it. What I love about Beachbody, and this is something we share often, is you don't have to hold product at your house. I would not, if I open this, you would not see any like filled with Shakeology in here that I'm having to hoard, because nope, it's shipped directly to my customers. I don't have to deal with returns, or I don't have to deal with shipping problems or whatever. Corporate takes care of all of that. And that's why we pay $15 a month for corporate to take care of all the accounting, the websites, the marketing stuff they do. So it's like $15 a month after the first 30 days. So I don't have to hoard products. I don't have to sell anything, out of my house, and it's shipped all directly to them. So that's how it starts, how much it costs to become a coach. That is a great question, Lauren. So thank you for asking that, Laura.
And that's over, it's over $150 of savings. So you see that it's the best option, and that rolls in the free sign up. Next question are, what are the business fees and what do they cover? And I'll quickly just go ahead and tackle that. The business fees are $16 a month, and they cover your website, all free training tools, all marketing and news and training, all the National Wake Up Call, all of the logos. I mean, if you were to hire a marketing executive, you would spend thousands of dollars. If you were to hire a web designer, again, I've done it, thousands of dollars. And you're given an office that is yours and it's already, to you. It has been already like stamped with your name and your access and you're ready to go. You do not have to reinvent the wheel. All the training is there. Everything that you could possibly need as far as program guides. Who is this program perfect for? This person. Hire a web designer. Again, I've done it, thousands of dollars. And you're given an office that is yours and it's already, to you. It has been already like stamped with your name and your access and you're ready to go. You do not have to reinvent the wheel. All the training is there. Everything that you could possibly need as far as program guides. Who is this program perfect for? This person. Hire a web designer. Again, I've done it, thousands of dollars.
Are we hearing an echo?
So that would be again.
I was like,
I am a ventriloquist and I could throw my voice. And that was me again.
Sorry, I had to read my thing. Sorry. Oh my gosh.
So, if you think about it,
if we can do this, anyone can.
All right. You're running a business for $16 a month from home, saving gas.
That was so crazy to me because my husband, we bought a business. We spent $50,000 on the business. Then we put another, cash in our 401k when the kids were little. We lost probably $100,000 in the business and ended up having to close the doors. So when I told my husband, how much it cost, he's like, sure, what's the big deal, And my goal was to pay him back immediately, right? Because I was a stay-at-home mom. I wasn't bringing income to the family. So I was like, okay, my goal, he was like, oh my gosh, it's not a big deal. That's so little, to start a business. But to me, I was like, it was a big deal and I wanted to pay him back as quickly as I can. So I didn't want us to worry about that $15 a month or whatever. I wanted to be able to pay for my Shakeology. Well, back then it was my vitamins. They didn't have Shakeology back then, but I wanted to make sure that my business was paying for itself and not being a detriment to our family.
Yep.
So, okay, Jessica asked, and I'll take this one, challenge groups, how exactly do these work? Okay, so the cool thing is you do not have to figure out what the heck you're going to say every day. No reinventing the wheel. Everything is given to you, what picture to post, what to say. And literally there are tools now in Facebook, or if you were to use, you have options. You can either do a Facebook group page or you can do, Beachbody has a free app that you can schedule these posts in. So literally you as the coach goes in and sets up the content to auto post. There are auto scheduling tools. This is so brilliant because you then do not have to show up 24/7. This allows you to be free as a bird to go live your life. So the first post might go at 5 a.m. Guess what? At 5 a.m., I'm sleeping. I literally just scheduled that ahead of time and said, please post this on Monday at 5 o'clock for my early birds. So it looks like I'm on social media all the time, but I'm not. So we have these challenge group guides that literally tell you exactly what to post every single day alongside the graphics. And you simply organize the group. So we teach you in our training. One of the things I think that's super important to know is that in our training, the goal of our coach academies is to help you find your first 3 challengers, the first 3 people who are going to go through their very first program with you as their coach. And what that's going to do is not only help you, and we help you learn how to lead these groups. No one goes into the deep end by themselves. Many of us do co-led groups before we send you out to host your first one. So you're going to experience one as a challenger. You'll probably co-lead one with your sponsor coach, and then you're going to fly and lead your own. But our training helps you find your first 3 people, and that recovers the cost of your initial challenge pack investment. So it's really important to all of us as your sponsor to at least provide you the training. As long as you implement what you are taught, you should be able to find your first 3 challengers and recover that initial challenge pack investment without much trouble. So I hope that explains. Let us know. But if you've never experienced a challenge group, the person who invited you tonight can absolutely let you be a fly on the wall or get you plugged into one so you can start to experience that yourself.
Do you see any more questions?
I was looking. Y'all go ahead and post if you have any questions. I have like, I want to talk about a question here that talks about what do you do when people say they're interested and want to join, but then they don't follow through? Because I feel like that's so true. You know, the difference in what we do and selling a skincare or selling jewelry or whatever is that when you are talking to people, you are asking them to make a lifestyle change. And a lot of times people are not ready to make a lifestyle change, and that's okay. But you've reached out to them, you've asked them, and then they're going to be watching you. They're going to be watching you to see if you're consistent, if you're doing your workouts, if you're being a product of the product. If in 3 months from now, you're still a Beachbody coach, if you haven't given up on yourself, that's what they're watching. And so, you know, people may not follow through when they say, hey, yeah, you know, I want to join you. And then they back out. It's because it's not any reflection of you. It's a reflection of them that they're just not ready to make that commitment. And that's a lot different than them not wanting to buy your jewelry, right? I mean, you were asking them to change their life. And sometimes people aren't ready for change. And so you just are there for them and you're still their friend and you reach out to them again later and just love on them and you show them that you're serious. So that is a great question. Ashton, here's another question. You want to take this one? When you are a coach to someone who is not necessarily doing a challenge, but signed up for on-demand or a program like this, how do you coach the individual? Are there guidelines just contacts you have to make to reach out to them on their journey that year? Contracts, is that what that is?
Contacts. Okay, so I guess I'm not quite sure what the question is. So if you signed up for just on demand as a customer and you got a free coach, is that maybe where we're going with this?
It's like if they don't have a challenge pack and they're your customer.
Oh, okay. So you just want the workouts and the nutrition. You don't want to do Shakeology. Yeah, it's the thing about this whole thing is it's your own business. So although we are given all of these tools and we're taught how to do it, you also have the opportunity to say, well, this is how I'm going to run this specific thing in my business. So you can say, yeah, you don't have to do this part right here. What I found is people usually that do that, they enjoy the group, they love it, but they also get to see people in the group who are using the tools that they didn't choose. And then they end up saying, well, I want to try it. And then they get it the next month. So absolutely, that's how I run my business. I'm not the, like, you have to do this. I want to help you. And these really are the best ways to get the help that you're looking for. That's how I found it. That's how all of these guys found the tools to make change. And so that's most of the people, that's what they buy is a challenge pack. So
to add on to that, yes, I'll talk about that. I have a group that is for anybody who wants to be just held accountable. I call it an accountability group, not necessarily a challenge group. And so I have people who have been with me for years because they just love the interaction. They love the, energy they get from just being in this group. And they might have just one program that they purchased years ago, but they're still my customer. It doesn't matter. I still have that link with them. I have that relationship with them. That never changes. So that's a really cool thing about, like Ashlyn said, about being a coach is it doesn't matter how someone chooses to start their journey. They're choosing you or being assigned to you, and you take care of them, and you know about their kids, and you know about their vacation or the surgery they just had or whatever. And it becomes this huge family, and these people become a part of you over years and years and years of interacting. Lauren, do you want to talk about incentive trips? Yes. Okay. So let me just break it down for you. Like I said, I jumped in, not a clue in the world, totally like, woo! I'm just so excited to be a part of something, right? Because here I am, this military wife who moves every 3 years and has no friends. Wow, don't feel sorry for me. But I wanted a tribe. I wanted a group. So Stephanie said, jump in, do the basics. And I hit some benchmarks in my business and I was like, this is fun. So at the end of the year, I'd been a coach for 6 months and they said, congratulations, you earned a trip to Disney World. And I was like, score? Like how? I had no idea, but it was from doing the basics and enjoying what I was doing, loving this opportunity, really jumping in and diving in. And if I learned something, I can't remember who said it, shared it. You know, if someone had a question, I was there to answer it because I just gone through it. And I figured if I know and I can share that with somebody, I'm going to just help us all become better. So it was sharing training. It was jumping into training. And so got to take my husband and I on this trip to Disney World where they gave me money to spend. I mean, they gave me a card. We couldn't use it all. There were parties and they gave us like, okay, almost like the eclipse glasses, but when you looked at fireworks, there were Beachbody emblems flying all over the place. And there were characters for our own private parties. And I was just like, are you freaking kidding me? And we stayed in this hotel that was like $500 a night. And I was like, look at what I did. We didn't do vacations. You know, we couldn't afford it. And so being able to do that was huge. And then because of anyone can hit top 10. Okay. Anyone can go anywhere they want to in this business. If you have a dream and a goal, don't let anyone tell you can't do it. So that next year, being able to earn a trip to leadership where I got to hang out with most of these ladies and just learn from the best of the best, have the best speakers. We're talking like Darren Hardy, and I can't remember he was at leadership, but at this private resort in California, and we're going to dinners together and we're getting dressed up. And it's just stuff that I just never did. And then being able to earn an all expense paid trip to Italy, like 5-star everything, where I'm still speechless apparently because I have no words for it. There's constantly something you can work towards. Cruises for your family, trips to Mexico, where you have live events with the trainers, where you are interacting with everybody that you learn from, who you look up to in the business, who you have partnered with, who you've maybe only seen through a screen. And you develop, like Stephanie said, this tribe mentality of like, these are my best friends ever, but I've never actually given you a hug. And so when you meet each other, you're just like, oh my gosh. And it's just like you've known each other your whole life. So it's the weirdest, craziest, most awesome connection you'll ever have. And you get to travel with each other and you get to make each other better. And we host cool retreats and we're having one in January. And, you know, we just have a lot of fun, but it's because we work hard and we figure if you're going to work hard, you get to play hard. So Beachbody does not disappoint with anything they do. The really coolest thing, and I'll leave you with this because I can talk forever. They can attest to this, is I've seen companies, you know, I've seen big mega companies, and I've watched my father be a part and grow up in this business. And I feel like he was never able to really touch certain people, you know, because of their level in the company or who they were in the company. It's not like that with Beachbody. You're hanging out with every single person from the top to all the trainers to everybody in the entire company. You can walk right next to the vice president of sales and marketing. You can walk right next to the vice president of global sales, walk right next to the CEO and the CFO. And they're just the coolest people, down to earth, fathers, husbands, you know, hilarious, and they care and they want to know you. So that to me was super important, that I wasn't just a number or an employee, that I was someone with a name who had a story, and I was a part of a family, and what I did in this company mattered not only to them, but it had a greater impact to many others. And so that really went off of the incentive thing, but I had to say it. So there you go. Sorry. And Amber.
We're all good. So y'all are wanting me to talk about free customer leads. So I know we're kind of like going a different direction here, but one of the really cool things about Beachbody is that, you know, as you know, they were started as an infomercial company, and they spend millions and millions and millions of dollars on advertising, and their brands are very well known. I mean, everybody's heard pretty much of P90X and Insanity and so forth. So the brand recognition is there, right? So like you don't have to do anything for that. You basically just need to brand yourself by sharing your story, like we've already talked about. But when you start approaching your business like it is a job, and you set goals, and we don't have quotas that we have to meet, but we do set goals. And as we've talked about, we work really hard on this team. We have a lot of fun, but we work really hard. And so when you meet those goals, there's certain goals and benchmarks that we're always, like striving to hit. When those goals are hit, then Beachbody rewards you with free customer leads, free people that have purchased Shakeology off of their site, and that now they're your customer. You have to earn that by meeting those benchmarks. But how cool is that? Because Beachbody could totally just keep that customer for themselves, but instead they assign that customer to a coach, somebody that's going to walk alongside that person and help that person be successful with their Shakeology or with whatever program they bought, or with Beachbody On Demand, because Beachbody On Demand is huge. I mean, you can get lost in there, right? You need a coach to help you figure out what your plan is, so that you're not just picking and choosing and getting like results that are a result of picking and choosing, instead of following a program from start to finish. And so all of that being said, Beachbody does reward us, not just with trips and not just with incentives, but within our business, giving us those customers that are already started on their journey, and they're just looking for somebody to connect with them and help them and walk them through it. So anyways, I know that's been a really cool thing. It's also going to be really cool because we are headed to the UK in October. And so how awesome is that we will begin to get free leads from the UK. So if you don't know anybody in the UK, how cool is it that you'll be getting leads as you qualify for those leads within the UK? To me, I'm getting those leads because I'm going to get to know some people over there in the UK, because I want to meet those people and grow a tribe over there too. So I can't think of a better way than people who are already trusting Beachbody as a brand and simply just need a coach that's willing to walk alongside of them.
I want to just add 2 seconds, and then I think Ashlyn's going to take it over for another question. But I will say I've only been a coach for 3 years, and it has continued to get better every single year. The opportunity just keeps getting better. When I started as a coach just 3 years ago, we did not have Beachbody On Demand. We had just DVDs. You had to buy individual programs. Now we have this entire fitness hub that's online. We have apps that you can download the workouts, and I've done them on cruise ships. I've literally had people waiting for us to finish our core de force workout on a cruise ship to ask us what the heck we were doing, because it looked like so much more fun than them on the treadmill in the cruise ship gym. And there have been announcements recently made that have continued to just show that Beachbody is so committed to just making the coaching network stronger and the coaching opportunity even better year over year. So my mind just kind of blows when I think about the radical upswing that we've had over the past 3 years. I'm sure Ashlyn feels the same way, but I just sat there. We have an annual coach summit, and I was just blown away. It just keeps getting better. And so I think you can be confident knowing that they absolutely value the coach network and will continue to make decisions that will strengthen our businesses. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that. It's super exciting.
It's true. Okay, I'm going to hurry and answer Jessica's question. She says, I literally just signed up for Facebook tonight so that she could get on this live call, which is awesome. Will that hinder you as a coach? So here's the thing. I think, I don't know how all of us did this, but I started out with 100 friends on Facebook. I'd unfriended everyone because I was like, I don't want to be friends with all you guys because anyways, I was a brat. And then I decided to be a coach. I was like, oh crap. So yes, you can make friends with people again, or you can find new ones. So I work my business mostly on Instagram. So you don't have to be here on Facebook. I actually am on both, but I'm more on Instagram. Most of the people I help, 90% of them, I don't know. So yes, we can help you learn how to find and connect with people that you don't know. Jessica, I don't know who you are, but you found us here. And so that's exactly how it works, is you are attracted to whoever it is out there and you say, okay, I want to do this. And that's exactly what happens.
Awesome. Thank you guys for all these great questions. I'm going to wrap it up. One quick question before I go is, do you have to be at your current fitness level to be a coach? You have to be at where you want to be. And that is always asked on these calls. And the question is no. Doesn't matter where you're starting on your journey. You just need to be on a journey to live a healthier life. And as on that journey, people are going to be watching you and watching your journey, and you're going to be an inspiration, and they're going to want to join you. So it doesn't matter where you are on your journey. It just means that you're ready to get on your journey and you're going to start inspiring other people. So I always like to share that before, because that's always a question for everyone. So anyway, I'm like out of breath. And so we're gonna now, it's late and we want to honor your time. And so I just want to ask you, what's next for you? You've heard these great stories, and you've learned a little bit more about what we do as coaches. You may have some more questions, which is totally great. And so I want to ask you where you are on a scale to 1 to 10. And I want you to go back to the person that invited you to this call and tell them where you are in that scale, 1 to 10. And if you're on that scale, if you're a 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, that means you're just like, this isn't really for you or whatever. Maybe you're a 4, 5, 6, meaning like, I want to get more information. Maybe you're 7, you want to get more information. 10, you're like, hey, sign me up. I'm ready to get started. And we hope that you do. Why do we do these calls? Like, for real, like, why? Why do we do these calls? It's because we have been so blessed by this business that we are so excited to share with you about this business. That's why on a Tuesday night, in the middle of the school starting, why we're here is because we are so excited that we cannot hide it. Like, we have to share with other people about this business because it has been blessed us so much that we want it to be a blessing to you. We want to celebrate your success. We want to celebrate what you have done. And, for me, being on this call and being with these girls, I'm like pinching myself that I get to watch these girls have the kind of success that they have. And I'm remembering them from where they were. They were just like you, right? They were scared. They were nervous. They thought, what if people think they're weird? What if their spouse thinks they're weird? What if they fail? I mean, they had all those fears. But you know what? Their dreams were bigger than their fears, right? And so they pushed through those fears, and they're so glad you did. So reach back to the person that invited you to this call and tell them where you are, and they will get you signed up. And hopefully you'll get signed up with a challenge pack, because we talked about that being the best deal. And then you will get you signed up, and then we will go from there. So we are excited to welcome you to our team page. We have a team page that you get to hear all of our crazy antics. And from there, we're just going to welcome you and help you with our training that's available 24/7. And we're excited. Thank you so much for sharing your night with us.
I had to.
That was really exciting.
You gotta find it.
Crazy.
You know me, I'm the DJ.
Oh.
Gonna make it happen.
Y'all are
We
crazy.
should probably stop recording this.
All of the things aside. Given this time, focus on
Are we still live?
Oh yeah. You're recording.